Yeah, cool. So Tim was just explaining to me a few things on the Instagram, so around statistics and so on, and I just stopped him. I said, let's grab the camera, put it in Andre's hands, just so we can record this and give this information to the people. So go for it, man.
Awesome. So we're just going over the Insight tool on Instagram for business profile. So we're looking at the difference between.
So you go over there.
Yep. So that's how you get to it if you have a business profile on Instagram. So we're looking at the difference between your impressions and your reach.
Yeah. So what does that mean? I mean, what's the difference between?
So your impressions, like obviously the number's a lot higher than the reach, and the reason for that is the impressions is every time your post or your content, whether it be on Instagram, this is specifically Instagram, but you can also get insights like this for Facebook as well.
Yeah.
But a impression is when your content appears on someone's feed.
So it's kind of like this, like when someone scrolls over it, and Tim was just saying to me before, if you scroll over it and then scroll back over it, that counts as 2 impressions, right?
So every time it passes your screen or you see it, or every time it is loaded onto your feed, that counts as an impression. Mm-hmm. So if you're looking at it and you scroll up, that's 1 impression. If you go back over it, that's another impression.
So why is that important? I mean, to know.
Well, you know exactly how much of your content is getting out there. You know your content. So if you have a high number of impressions, that's really good because your content is appearing everywhere.
Yeah.
However, the reach is different. So reach is the unique encounters of your content. So that's when someone stops and they either like it, or they stop and they click on the picture, or they stop and they interact with that particular
even that
image.
little like read more kind of thing?
That's right, yeah. Anything that is uniquely to do with your image. So that's when someone stops scrolling and they look at your image for a couple of seconds.
That's the important part.
That's the important part. So what you want to do, you want to have a good balance between impressions and reach. So if your impressions are really high but your reach is really low, you got to work out, okay, how do I bring my reach up? It's all good that you have lots of impressions, but it's when you convert those impressions into your reach is when you start making, and then from your reach you convert into customers. So
I mean, okay, like impressions is one thing. I mean, you can just smash some dollars at it, get more impressions.
Yeah.
How can you get a better reach, I guess, at the end of the day? That's probably around the quality of the content?
So there's a lot of factors that determine that. So like the quality of your content, obviously the impressions is like the amount that you're posting as well.
Yeah.
And then also like how relevant is your content as well?
To the audience.
To the audience, yeah. Like why, if someone scrolls past your content on their feed, like what makes them stop and look at it? What makes them engage with it? So it's just asking yourself those questions and tailoring your content to reflect that, and that's how you convert those impressions into reach. And from your reach, that's when you start getting potential clients and you start generating leads. Yeah.
Perfect. Thanks, man. Good explanation. Just wanted to quickly throw that video together. It's raw, it's natural, but the people have to know. They have to know.
Yeah, that's right. Give it to the people.
Enjoy, guys. See you later.